you have watched K-dramas like Empress Key, Jumong, Iron Empress, Iron King, Queen Wo, the Great Queen, actually, these are the kind of K-dramas that influenced my books. So when you read my books, you would see the aesthetics, you will see the beauty. This video is going to tackle the beauty and aesthetics of South Korea in my books from the perspective of a Nigerian female author. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Precious Osika and I am super excited to have you. Now, in September's mission for the K-Influencer Academy, which of course this video is created for, we have received another mission topic and it is titled, look at it, mean. Now, mean here has nothing to do with me. It actually refers to beauty in South Korea. So we are going to be looking at the beauty of South Korea. I am going to walk you through on something very, very interesting. I want you to stay with me. We are looking at the mean of South Korea, which is beauty. However, as you already know, my channel is of course, Korean literature channel because I talk more about Korean literature from the side view of my books because my books has an influence of South Korea. Now, I know that you may have come across one or two of my videos where I have spoken about my book, but I have actually been talking about one particular book, right? Well, in this video, I am going to walk you through the other books that I have that has South Koreans influence. And that is why this video is tagged the influence of South Korea in my books from the perspective of a Nigerian female author, as well as this video is going to tackle the beauty and aesthetics of South Korea in my books. Now, if you look at this particular cover here, you would see that this is the book I have been talking about for as long as I can remember. However, this is not the only book that has the beauty of South Korea. This is not the only book that has the statistics of South Korea. This is not the only book that has the influence of South Korea. Okay, now I have other books that also has the influence of South Korea. Let's look at them. Start with this particular book. Now, if you followed my video for last year when I was a K-influencer, I hinted in one of the optional missions where I showed you that I was working on a book where a character had to visit South Korea before coming back to his own country. And I mentioned where? Jeju Island, because Jeju Island is one of the places that I really love in South Korea that I am hoping that one day I have to visit that place. So this is actually the book that has that particular story. And I am going to read a piece of that particular portion for you. Let's go. So in this place, the person who went to South Korea is named Tamba. And he was speaking to the nanny as well as Lolade. Okay, now Lolade is a Nigerian woman. Okay, why the man himself, he's an African man, not necessarily in Nigeria, actually from Dakar. However, he has visited South Korea and he's sharing his own visit from South Korea to this Nigerian woman. So let me read a portion for you so you can see the beauty of South Korea in this book. Nani, here you have it, something special all the way from South Korea. He handed the wrapped item to her, okay? Nani took the item and was like, oh, thank you. How do you say thank you in Korea? He smiled and replied, 감사합니다. Wow. And she became so proud of him. Tell me, what other places are in South Korea that I can visit? One of my favorite places is Jeju Island. And she says, Wow, interesting. What other place again can I visit? And he said, another good place is Seoul, which is the capital city of South Korea. So, as you can see, the interactions are going in more and more and more and more and more between these characters. This is how I always lace my books with South Korea stuff. And people who have read my books have always said that my works, are portraying a lot about South Korea. In fact, I have readers who have said, well, South Korea needs to give me a visa because come on, the way I keep on influencing, talking about them in my works. Oh, yes, that is the passion, that is the beauty of South Korea. Let me take you through another one. Yeah, we have this one. Yes, for some of you who have actually seen this but have not actually seen me talk about this one, and also let me show you, this is another one. Now, these two books are actually historical. They are historical romance. And the beautiful thing about this book is that the people who read it said, no way, this has to be K-drama. This has to be K-drama because what? What are you giving to us? Yes, I haven't actually spoken about this book because I haven't had the kind of topic to bring about these two books. So if you have read this book, you will know that this is actually influencing from South Korea. So this one is the first one, which is The Wall and the Flower. And in this particular book, well, there are images in it. In this particular book, I tried to pick historical influence from South Korea to write it. The same thing applies to this, all right? Now, if you have watched K-dramas like Empress Ki, Jumong, Iron Empress, Iron King, Queen Wo, the Great Queen, actually, these are the kind of K-dramas that influenced my books. So when you read my books, you would see the aesthetics, you will see the beauty. In fact, I even have one or two drawings in this particular books that relates to South Korea. This is it for my books, and I will take you through one last one. Dada! Here we have this one. So as you already know, I have spoken about this, but for those who may not know, so this one is, about a Nigerian woman and of course a South Korean celebrity. Okay, now why this one has to do with two African people who have actually, an African person who has explored South Korea and teaching the other person or influencing the other person, and why this warrant has a lot of influence on picks from historical K-dramas, okay? This one is actually direct on South Korea itself. So as you can see, over the years, I started watching K-dramas in the year 2005 and up to date. And I started with Jewel in the Palace and then ended up with Jumong. And then from there, I started watching. So these things actually influenced my writing. So there's no way I can write a story, even if it's a short story. I can no longer write without having anything to put in Korea. Korea has to be there. It's already a part of it. Now, recently, I also wrote a very short story. You can see the cover on the screen. Now, this is the tentative cover, okay? I'm just using it for now. Inside this book, there's also South Korea. And in this particular book, you can see on the screen, the characters, okay, they have been influenced by K-dramas. The male lead was influenced by Taekwondo, the Korean sports, all right? And then for the female, she's influenced by Korean food, Korean dramas. So both of them are Nigerians, but they are exploring. Now, I want you to know that Nigerians have been really greatly, so many Nigerians are really greatly influenced by Korean dramas, the Korean culture. And in my own little way, I try to also influence it in my works because people need to read some of these things. We really do not have books. We do not really have Nigerian books written, written by Nigerians that has the K-drama influence. But I try to put that in my work. Thank you very much for having me in this video. I am super excited. So, have you seen the beauty, the mean of South Korea in my works? This is the perspective from a Nigerian female author. What other ways can we explore this topic apart from this? I would love to hear from you. Do not forget to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.